Whether faced with dominant structures of either stone or earth, archaeological sites can be quite picturesque and poetic, but can also be difficult to imagine and dissect. Over the last 4 chapters, we've broken down Ross Errilly and looked at the architectural, historical, and religious aspects and how this is reflected within the landscape. This chapter aims to place what we have learned into practice. It is a visual walkthrough, a perspective of how the abbey once looked and functioned. Entering into the nave, it is the 5-storey belfry which catches our eye, and it would have even more so back in the 15th century when the rood loft was decorated with the statue of the Virgin Mary and of St. John, lit at all times by the aisle lamps which would have cast a heavenly glow onto the statues and across the nave. Passing under the belfry tower, you are then met with the striking east window. Under it would have been the grand altar, where the conventual mass was held daily, and to the right is the double aubrey, which would have held holy water and wine during the mass. This mass was quite important to all friars, for it is when man is joined to God in unity of person, as stated in the observance rule. The sacristy is positioned to the left, presently blocked by a tomb, and is where the friars would prepare for the conventual mass each day through mental prayer. Passing under the belfry once again, we head out into the cloister area, the communal area for friars to walk out in the open air but still stay confined within the holy sanctuary to continue their meditation. The cloister is made up of arches, which display delicate tracery and fine skills. Today it functions as a graveyard, perhaps housing many benefactors and followers of the observance. Under the western portion of the cloister sits the library, which is dominated by a huge fireplace which would have kept the friars warm as they read the scriptures and the observant rule, as well as practiced sermons from the pulpit on the southwest side, preparing them for conventual masses and other important ceremonial duties. The entrance to the refectory is on the north end of the east walk of the cloister, and positioned outside the door and next to the open courtyard is the lavabo, where the friars would line up in order to cleanse their hands before each meal. The refectory is not only a place where meals were eaten, but a continuing place of meditation, prayer and learning. The reader seat positioned beside the window allowed the friars to preach the observant rule, which concentrated on their vow of poverty, importance of prayer for the soul, and instructions for the conduct of spiritual life. Refectory readings not only concentrated on just spiritual readings. Other materials read also focused on scriptorial, patristic, and hagiographic material. The rooms within Ross Errilly all carried an important purpose in the spiritual progression and devotional practices of the observant friars. Recreating the functional roles of each room helps bring the abbey back to life. To imagine how it would have once appeared helps make sense of these once assiduous ruins.